Okay, the 1900 census. Now, let me say, as a point of fact, that the 1900 United States Federal Census is the most valuable census ever taken to this point. Okay, and I'll show you why. Now, here's what they say is a blank form. This is not really how it's set up. A lot of this information down here, not a lot, some of this information is up here, right, in here. Okay, but basically, the 1900 census has several things that makes this an extremely valuable census. And let's start with, I'll tell you why. Of course, you still have the color and the race, but date of birth. This is the only census that contains month and year of birth. So that's very, very valuable. So that's valuable. The other thing is when you get to where there's a wife, okay, these two columns right here are new. Okay, this is the number of children that the wife has had. Okay, so if she's had 10 children, this one is the number of children that are currently living. So if she had 10 children, but only 8 are alive, you're looking for 2 probably infant children that were born to this couple. Okay, valuable. Okay, don't get that in every census. Okay, so month and year. It's the only census that has month and year. This is that. Anyway, the next thing right here in this column, also new for this census, is the number of years that the husband and wife have been married. Okay? Now, in this column where it says widowed or married or whatever, if they've been married more than once, sometimes, not always, it will have M with a little 2 or a little 3. Okay, it will give you, sometimes it will give you that indication. But this is the number of years that the current husband and wife have been married. So, what this gives you is a very close guess as to when they were married. Okay, so if you say, well, they've been married for 8 years, and their first child is 12 years old, not with this set of parents. Probably he had another wife who died young, and then he remarried. So that child is actually from the previous wife. Okay, so those are all valuable information. Okay, the next thing that's the value now is right down here, the citizenship. And like I said, again, that's in here somewhere, but or maybe it is back there. Ah, well, anyway, this is the year of immigration. Okay, very valuable. So you can say if they were born in Germany and they migrated to the United States in 1875, that gives you lots of information, such as don't look on a census prior to 1880 to find them, because they probably, well, they shouldn't be there if they immigrated in 1875. What else that gives you is a place to start looking for immigration records. Okay? This column, not always accurate. Okay? Because it changes. Again, this is all based on the way the census people work. Is they'll go to a house, they'll find the first person who opens the door, and they'll ask them all the questions. So it's based on the knowledge of the person that they're questioning as to the accuracy of the data. But it's usually very close. Okay? But with the immigration year, now you know about where to look to find their immigration records. Okay? So without further ado, let's go to a real census, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. This is the 1900 census. Okay, and this is Emer Harris Taylor, one of my grandmother's relatives. And again, we're talking the same, household and family number and name. He's the head of the household. Okay. He's white. He's male and he's white. Okay. Now, month of birth, August. Year, 66. So if it's in 1900 census, this is 1866. He just didn't put it there. Okay. And I'm going to, I'll make it bigger later, but at least for the wife, you can see here it says M2, married twice. Okay. The number of years, 12 for the second marriage. And then the number of children, she had 5 children, and I can't read that right now, but anyway, we'll get to this. England, she was born in England. Her parents were born in England. Her mother was born in England. Here is the immigration. She came into the United States in 1887. She's been here 12 years. Okay? So this kind of information is extremely helpful. And now, like I said, the rest of the stuff down here, we're not really concerned about. Okay? So let's go look at what we did with the notes. Here's Emer Harris. Okay? Let's go look at the 1900 census. Here it is. Okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to show you about the census is the page numbers. We've been using this one, but now the census records, census pages have a page number on them, so that no matter whether you're using Ancestry.com to get your census records from, or from the Mormon Church, or from Heritage.com, or from wherever, this should always be the same. Okay? So, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make this bigger, so hopefully we can see more of the information clearer. Okay. Scoot this over a little bit. Okay, so here's Emer Harris. Like I said, August 1866. So we look at our database. He was born. Now this says Jan of 66. So, you have to find a real birth certificate to find out which one's which, but that says August, not January. Oh, maybe it doesn't. You just can't read it. Jany. January 66. Okay, that makes sense. And he's 34 years old. Married 12 years. Okay, and then we scoot it over a little bit. And he's a farmer. So his father was born in England and his mother was born in Illinois. Again, let's go look at the notes. Okay, he was born in Utah. He's 34. And this is new. And born in January 1866. Married 12 years and living with his family. He's a farmer. Father was born in England. Mother was born in Illinois. And then we got all that information from the census. Okay. Now let's go look at Sylvia. All right. Here's Sylvia at the 1800 census. She was born in England. The age is 42. And born in October 1858. Married 12 years. Living with the family. Now here's new. Migrated to U.S. in 1887. Had 5 children. 4 are alive. Father was born in England and mother was born in England. Okay, so a couple of new things. Okay, instead of the occupation line, which is right here, for a woman, we put down her children. This line is only added for people who were born outside of the United States. And then we added the day or the month and year of when they were born, and the page number becomes what's in the top right-hand corner. Okay, so I wanted to show you that so that you could see the difference. And you notice that it says 1858 in the census. Well, her tombstone says 1857. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, so that's what the 1900 census will provide for you.